Hi, this is Tanya with Fab Faith Life. Glad to be back with you. And this is an introduction to the Fab Faith Life YouTube channel. This is a new one because I looked at the old one. I was like, you kind of need to reset for new subscribers who are coming on board. First, I'll say thank you very much for taking your precious time to watch one of my humble little videos. So I want to say thank you. I pray that you and your family are all well and blessed. And I do thank God for blessing you to be here. So this channel is started about, I think when I was 49, I got the concept. I remember waking up and I just felt completely different. It was like I was 49 years old. I want to say it was probably January. I turned 49 that previous summer. So I remember I just wanted to do something different. I just knew that. That was just my mission. I'm one of those type of people who I thank God for giving me a very broad sense of interest. I'm interested in so many things. My friends say I would be the one of us who would win on a game show because I know tons of useless information. And I know it because I'm interested in so many things. Almost everything is interesting to me. So yeah, so one thing that I just was very interested in doing is going abroad. I want to go to explore, walk through the streets of other cities, other countries, meet people from other cultures, and learn about how they live and all of that. Now, I love to travel. I'm one of those that's my parents, my dad was in the Navy, but I'm not a Navy brat. I did not go anywhere. My mother was like, look, I got a job. She's a teacher. And so I was born in another state, but we came back here when I was relatively small and we stayed because my mom was like, look, I have a job. So my father traveled, but we didn't really travel we didn't move like that. But we did do a lot of traveling in the summers, so one year my family drove from Tennessee to all the way to California. It was a fabulous trip. So I like to go. My entire family liked to go. My cousins just got back from New Orleans this past weekend on a birthday trip for my cousin. So I like to travel, but I've never been abroad with the exception of Canada, been to the Caribbean, of course, and I've been to Mexico. So, but never been to Asia, never been to Europe, never been to Africa. And I just wanted to go. And really, the more I thought about it, trips are great, but you really don't get to know a place just by visiting unless you're going to be there a month. So I was like, man, I really would like to just get another job and be able to work in a place, be there for a year, and then go somewhere else. And so, yeah, I don't know exactly at the time I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I just was interested in doing that and trying to figure out how to make that my reality with the stuff that comes along from being grown and mature. Although I am single, have 0 children. But I do have, other family obligations, parents who, I'm my mother's child, was never daddy's girl, I'm my mother's child. And, I want to make sure my mom's okay. And then she has custody of some of my siblings' children who she's raising the second set of those kids. And so, I try to do a little bit to help out with that. And so, yeah, so those responsibilities. I do have a house. At the time I had student loans. I had a truck that I still had to pay for, and all of these other obligations. And no, I don't have $1 million. No, my 401k is not maxed out. I'm not in a financial position where I could just take a year off, from my job and just go right then. And so the challenge has been figuring out what I can do to be able to, accomplish this dream of mine that I want to do. in a way that makes sense for my lifestyle. So that is kind of how the channel got started. It's that focus. At the same time with that comes, I've been on my job I think my 25th year starts in about a couple weeks. And so when the channel started, my company offered a buyout. And I just knew that was the will of God for me. I just knew it. It happened. I was having all these passions and these things I wanted to do. This buyout would have given me a big lump sum of cash that I could have paid off all my debt. I do have a student loan from getting my master's and all of that. Been able to pay down my house or whatever, and I could just spend a year just doing whatever. So I just knew that was the will of God for me. I put it in. I started planning. I blogged about it. I vlogged about it. I told you guys about it. And April, whatever the day in April 2 years ago came around, and I got the letter, your buyout offer was not accepted. Ooh, child. Woo. I had to rethink. I had to regroup because I just knew that was God's will for me, but it was not. But I also know God does not make any mistakes. He has a much better plan than I have. So I had to regroup, and it's like, okay, what can I do? And so a lot of this channel over the last few years has been talking about, exploring this dream. How do you, become a digital nomad? That's my goal right now, is to be able to not have to be connected to a place, but still be able to earn income to support myself, take care of my family things that I need to do and all of that. And so I've been working with that, and I've connected with some really great folks online. Last year I attended the Exodus Summit. If you're interested in that, I say, hey, definitely connect. You can Google it. You can look for them on YouTube. Stephanie Perry and Rashida Dow are the creative brains behind it. And so that's a great community all about that. Whether you're moving permanently or you want to be an expat, I give them a plug because I think you can connect with other African-American women who are abroad right now and learn and tips and tricks and reviews of places. And so I definitely, tell you to connect with that. A lot of us are still, everybody's situation is not the same. And so you've got to fit in with your lifestyle, and so that's kind of where I am. I'm still working toward that. COVID came along, and wow, I tell you, my testimony is that COVID has been, it's even in the midst of a horrible situation, there have been some good things. One of the good things is that I've been working from home for over a year now, have not had to go into the office. And so that has been a blessing for me, as far as, being able to cook, and the dark circles under my eyes have definitely, I've seen those go away. I'm getting better sleep. And yeah, so that's out there. I've also been blessed to pay off my car early, paid off all my credit card bills, of which sadly I still have balances now, but I paid most of my debt down. The only thing I really have now is my student loan. So I thank God for that. I am planning, I tell you, the way, praying that, looks like the Lord is going to turn this captivity of COVID, and prayerfully, let us begin the process of kind of being able to travel a bit more safely. So I am planning to leave the American shores, hopefully sometime late summer or fall this year. Not sure where I'm going yet, but I'll be taking you guys along with me. So yeah, so this is just kind of a new overview of who I am and what the channel is about. It's not just about travel. It's about, maximizing midlife, which I don't even know if I like the term midlife, because, it's a true term, but yeah, midlife. I mean, I still feel like I'm 25. My friends say, they're like, no one would ever guess you are, the age that you are. And I think that is 100% because of my outlook. And I tell people, there are a lot of people. I have a friend who, she will tell you real quick, you know, I'm not about building anything. I'm not about launching. I'm about winding down at this point. That's not me. I'm very much always launching stuff. I'm working on a new brand right now, which I'll be telling you guys about. I still have, you know, my Great Idea Girl, which I've launched to do e-commerce consulting. So if you're interested in that, that's kind of my day job as an e-commerce strategy, so it fits. My passion is really helping small brands launch and grow, and I want to see you scale and grow really big. So that's there's always something to learn. There's always something to create. And so, you know, I thank God for, that's my outlook. You know, that's the gift that he's given me. Yours may be different, but you know, whatever outlook he's given you, as long as it's not a negative, pessimistic outlook, then you know there's a purpose behind that. So that's a quick overview. Well, 10 minutes is not real quick, but that's kind of a new overview of the channel. I'm going to be covering gardening, the things that I like. This is my art. I'm going to be doing a few art tutorials or walkthroughs. I'm going to be, you know, do my gardening trips and travel, hair, a little bit, wee bit of hair, just a little bit, because yeah, you will see me looking all kind of ways. So those things will be kind of coming about. So yeah, thank you very much for listening to this intro, and feel free to like, subscribe, and share, and make sure you click the bell to turn on the notification so you'll get notified when I post a new video to the channel. Anyway, thanks very much, and until next time, this is Tanya signing off. Bye-bye.